Third graders, hi. This is your video lesson for the week. You're going to need your multiplication table that you made last week. You're going to need a few printouts of this paper, a pencil with an eraser, and a way to keep track, count down, a way to count down from 5 minutes, so some kind of 5-minute timer. So let's get started. I want to review with you the idea of what is multiplication. Now, we remember from last week and from second grade that multiplication is adding by groups. And I can skip count on a number line. So if I wanted to skip count by threes 4 times, I could use a number line and I could skip count 3, 6. And this is 2 hops. So if I wanted to show 4 skips on a number line, it would look something like this. So I've got 4 hops. The first hop, second hop, third hop, fourth hop, skip counting. And I'm skip counting by threes. So I see the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. And that's just one way to think about multiplication. I can write what I've done on the number line like this. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. And then I can ask myself the question, how many times does 3 show up? And I can answer that question by saying 3 times 4 or 3 groups of 4. All of these ways that I'm looking at on this screen right now are ways to look at one multiplication math fact in multiplication. There's another way that I can look at it. I can draw pictures to help me understand this same sentence. I can draw 4 groups, and inside each group I can put 3 stars. I can draw an array. I can start with a blank array like this, and then I can color it to show the 4 groups of 3. These are different ways to show a drawing of multiplication. And all the things that we've looked at today mean that we are adding by equal groups. We are adding the same numbers multiple times. So multiplication is adding by equal groups. In this case, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. Adding the same numbers multiple times. The 3 plus the 3 plus the 3 plus the 3. If I changed this sentence right here, and I changed one of those 3's into anything except a 3, I no longer have a multiplication sentence. I'm not adding by the same number over and over, even though I've just put in a 0. So let's change that back. So now we have a sentence that means adding by multiple groups, and I can rewrite that as 3 times 4. Okay, so let's talk about another number. Let's talk about the 0 property of multiplication. So you can see I still have my number line here showing 3 times 4 equals 12. And I have an array here showing that 4 groups of 3 makes 12. I have 4 groups. Here's the first group, second group, third group, fourth group. And that matches my addition sentence up here. So what happens if I change this into multiplying by 0? What if I said 4 groups of 0 instead of 4 groups of 3? What would my answer be? Well, let's start by drawing an array. So here's my array. I have 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. There are 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And the answer is 0. It seems kind of silly, doesn't it? But how many circles would I color in? I would color in 0, and then I would color in 0 more, and then I would color 0 more. And you see what's happening, don't you? I'm not going to hop across the number line. So these lines right here don't belong on the number line when I'm multiplying by 0. I would start at 0, and I would add on 0. I would hop over 0 spaces 0 times. Or I would hop over 4 0 times. Wait, that means I'm not hopping at all. So the 0 property of multiplication means that any number multiplied by 0 is 0. Any number multiplied by 0 equals 0. Any number multiplied by 0 equals 0. And you can see that if I try to draw it, I can't draw it. I will not write anything. I have 4 groups of 0. I'm going to hop across the 4 0 times. I'm going to add on 0 4 times. So the 0 property of multiplication, any number multiplied by 0 equals 0. When you see that in a math problem, it might look like this. 4 times 0 . And your answer is going to be 0. We've learned here just now on this part of our lesson that the 0 property of multiplication means any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. Okay, let's talk about one more idea. Now, I know that you know this idea from probably kindergarten, maybe first and second grade too. We can use our fingers to help us skip count. Remember, skip counting is like hopping on a number line. So I'm going to start by figuring out that this is going to be my first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. And of course I can count them any way I want to. And usually when we count by numbers, we bend our fingers. So we start with a fist and we open our fingers one at a time as we count. Usually that's how we do it. So you can see that I have 10 fingers on my hand. And I can count by tens, right? So my first finger would be a 10. And my second finger is a 20. And my third finger is a 30. And a 40. 50. 60. Before I keep going, I hope you see a really cool pattern here. That whatever number I multiply by 10, it just makes that number 10 times bigger. So 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. See the 2's? See the 0 in the 1's place? That's how it works. That's the pattern of multiplying by 10. So when you see a multiplication problem on the paper, and it looks something like that, you know that this is counting by tens 4 times. 10, 20, 30, 40. And this math problem right here is counting by tens 6 times. So that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The answer here is 60. Okay, so I hope that helped you remember about the tens so you can do well when you do your timed drill. Now at the top, do you see where it says 3 minutes? You know what? You can take 5. You can take 5 minutes to do that because that's what we're doing in class, okay? So I want you to start with the multiplication table that you made last week where you skip counted by 2's and you skip counted by 5's and you skip counted by 10's. And I want you to use a pencil and fill this out. And you can look over here for help. So you don't have to remember it all in your head. Or you can count on your fingers and use that to help you count by 2s, count by 5s, count by 10s. But I want you to practice that. And you can practice this as many times as you want to on a printed piece of paper. That's okay. But at some point when you're ready, I want you to do it as a 5-minute timed test, which means you only have 5 minutes to answer as many as you can. Okay? And then you're going to submit that paper to me. The ones that you're practicing on, where you're filling them out and you're using this chart, you don't need to send those to me. I want you to send me the one that took you just the 5 minutes to do, and then I want to score it. So you will need to take a picture of this and send it to me since it's a quiz, okay? All right, so that's basically our practice for this week. Your next practice will be on doubles. And if we have any other practices this week, you'll do them the same way, where you use a tool to help you practice the drill page. And then you take 5 minutes to do the drill page when you're ready. Why are we doing this? Because third graders really need to use this during third grade, and they've got to take it with them to fourth grade. Fourth grade math is so challenging in some parts of it that you really, really, really need to have all of these memorized before you get into fourth grade. And when I say all, I mean all of them from 1 to 10. Okay? All right. Good luck. I look forward to seeing your work. See you later.